Welcome, guys.
That's right. Welcome to the round table.
Pop up, guys. We're here for a new podcast. We're here for a new podcast. I mean, we're potting, right?
Yes.
That's what it's all about.
Yes.
So, guys, we got some interesting. We have an interesting topic
today. Yes,
today.
Most definitely.
To talk about this thing that's going on with Donald Trump. I guess we know how it is. It just stays in the news, just the comments itself.
Oh, most definitely. Definitely.
Yeah, you'd be like, man, this guy just, he just.
It ain't one thing, it's another.
He just got to express every feeling. Everything is in his thought process, even if it don't make sense. Right. Yeah, guys, listen, welcome to the Roundtable Podcast. I'm one of the hosts, Antonio.
And I'm Lady B.
And Lady B is here for the pod. Our two co-hosts hasn't signed in right now. But anyway, just how was your day been?
Yes, how was your week?
Yeah, how was your week? How was your 4th of July? How was your 4th of July? How did that go? Was it?
Did y'all like some fireworks? What y'all do?
Did
y'all sing the Star Spangled Banner with me?
And it was a lot of fireworks.
It was. It sounded like some bombs going off. But
it definitely was not a shortage in the fireworks.
It sure was.
It didn't matter.
Everybody had something.
Yeah, it didn't matter how much people said down or said they didn't have any money. They had money on the 4th.
They sure them did. Yes.
Man, those fireworks was. I jumped in the car to drive down to Myers, and as I was driving, all I seen was fireworks.
All up in the air, all up in the sky.
I mean, from one area to the other, east, the west,
north, south.
Yeah, these guys they were doing their.
They was lighting it up.
Yeah, they were lighting it up, and I guess some people barbecued. A lot of people. Also I seen when I was driving. When I went to what is that? Beyond Juicery. Beyond Juicery. When I went there, I noticed there's what's the name of that restaurant? That barbecue place?
It's called Mission Barbecue.
Yeah, and I noticed that people were placing orders. So they were like driving up
and picking the orders up,
the stuff in their car.
Oh, okay.
So I figured somebody, that's smart.
Yeah, so you don't have to barbecue. That was very smart. And I've eaten there before. They had some pretty good, before I became plant-based.
Right.
Their barbecue sandwiches were pretty good, but yeah.
Something was good because I know it was people, they were in line.
It was pulling up on
that. I noticed that's what was going on.
Right.
When I went to get my little food.
And, what did you get?
I
Just
got
curious.
What is I have?
It's called spicy Grego wrap. Spinach wrap.
Spicy, spicy
Grego, and you had a smoothie.
And I had a smoothie, and I love those smoothies.
I know it's total energy. It's strawberry, banana. You can add vitamin C.
And it was pretty good. I mean, but I mean, all together, I think RW3 is in here now. But that's what people enjoyed themselves yesterday. I hope that despite that because of because of July, how the numbers that they're going to use that to say, oh my God, the numbers are up.
Right.
What I mean? Everybody went out and got their ribs and they were socializing
and everything.
The spike went up, guys. It went up actually 100. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
If you look on the news, you're gonna see they're gonna say 100,000 people got the coronavirus.
Oh Lord!
Due to the
4th of July.
They're gonna say, how can you prove that 100,000 people receive coronavirus
because of the 4th of July. So
I mean, they'll do that.
Yeah, you'll see it. You'll see the news.
Wait to the news. I can't wait. In fact, I'm gonna look up the news to see what they're gonna say to continue scaring people to wear masks. You know what I mean? Which you should be wearing masks. Yeah. But anyway, y'all.
All right. So welcome RW3. What's up?
Hey.
What's going on? What's going on with you? Yeah, but we were just talking.
Before we get started,
casual conversation. But we're going to get off into this topic.
Oh yeah.
But before then, we always just talk about the day.
Yeah, the week. See how everybody been doing.
Yeah. You heard about Kanye run for president this year?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Just heard about that. Yeah. So are you guys gonna vote for him?
I'll vote for him.
You'll vote for him?
I'll vote for him.
What about you, RW3?
Absolutely not.
Oh,
I'll vote for him.
Absolutely not.
I'll put him in office. Well, hey.
Might as well.
Might as well, right. The last
all the crazy stuff going on.
The last two wasn't even really politicians. And they ran for president.
They ran for presidency. Yeah, so why not?
Right? Why not? They joined the crowd. I mean, for that matter, Reagan wasn't a politician. He was an actor. You know what I mean? If you just dig deep, you could come up with so many guys or people who wasn't even politicians that ran for office and made it. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Especially in terms of a Republican.
I just think that if he was just a little more, I mean, he seems very intelligent and very mature, but he got those little issues going on. So
Man, I'll put him in the White House so quick. If they had to say it's up to you, you the one guy. I mean, if this is what you want, we're gonna do it. I'm gonna say sign it. Out of the three that's there.
Out of three, Trump,
two that's running,
Biden.
I think he would make the perfect. He would finish it off. Why not place him in there? You know what I mean? You got two other bums in there.
Oh,
there's
goodness.
two other bums in there now. I mean, and
wow.
These jokers is past senior citizens. No shot. No hate on senior citizens, but they senior citizens. I mean, this man's 77.
Right.
I mean, Donald Trump in his 70s.
I know. Get some.
Why not put? Why would I put Kwame? Why would I not put? I would say Kwame. I would put Kwame Kilpatrick. Why not put Kanye West? You got my vote. Why not you? Why not?
Yeah, why not you?
You fit with the rest of them. I mean, I might as well throw you in there too.
They all act crazy in some kind of way.
At least he's going to think more towards me. That's why they wouldn't put. See, listen. The only reason why, and I'm gonna say this publicly, the only reason why Kanye West would never be president is because Kanye West, just like Al Sharpton, just like Jesse Jackson, were too black. Mm-hmm. They were too black. That's the only reason why Al Sharpton didn't make. You think Al Sharpton? You think these white people gonna put Al Sharpton as president? He's too pro-black.
Oh no,
they're not gonna do that for that, man. So that's why I think they wouldn't do it. But let's get into the. Go ahead and get into it.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
And it's funny that we talking about elections. I guess that just roll into what we about to talk about.
So I can get into it
with Trump. Let's go ahead.
Yeah.
And do it.
So we're going to be discussing in this pod. We're going to be talking about why people are eager to take down these Confederate monuments. Many people believe that the monuments continue to glorify white supremacy, memorialize an unrecognized government whose founding principle was the perpetuation of slavery, and the monuments continue the presence of these Confederate memorials over 100 years after the subjection of the Confederacy. So, what do you guys think? They said that 45 plans to issue an executive order to protect the statues and other historical monuments from being destroyed by hoodlums and Arnichets, I believe this is. And so, what do you guys think about that in terms of these monuments that's all over? And should they be protected? Should Trump be trying to issue an executive order to keep people from taking these monuments down? And he did make a statement, you guys. He did say, if you remove the history, it's like you're going to go back to it. So people were trying to understand, what was he saying about that? What you mean go back to it? So we got some stuff to talk about.
So what do we think about? And guys, listen, don't forget to like and share this page. This is a pop-up. This is actually considered being a pop-up today because we didn't really advertise this pod today, this particular time. But yeah, guys, but you can go to all three of the links. This is on the screen.
Yes, you can see it there.
You can go ahead and check us out. Make sure that you go to our YouTube page. And guys, we really would like for you to subscribe to the YouTube page. If not, I mean, just like the Facebook page. But
most definitely.
But you're helping us out when you do that to grow this page.
Yes. And Lovely T is in the house. Hey, Lovely T, what's going on?
Oh, hey.
How you guys doing today?
Finding you.
All right.
Hopefully you enjoyed your 4th of July.
Yes. Did you party enough like you did at your party?
We just chilled.
Eddie Murphy wrote that song for her. My girl likes to party all the time. That's her theme song. Like when the podcast comes on, the producer, so is Lovely T, we should play Party All the Time. They introduce.
I don't think so.
Party hard.
Party hardy.
Yeah.
Girls like to have fun.
Hey, but don't get it twisted, okay?
Yeah.
We in the middle of a pandemic, so
that's right, for real.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah.
Can't get too loose.
I went over to my brother's house, and they were over there. And to me, it just, I think it's you don't feel relaxed. Not because of the people you're around, but it's just because it's there. Or you know what I mean? And it just seemed different. It doesn't seem the same anymore. And I expected that, you know what I mean? But it's just not the same anymore, when you say that, what do you mean? Like, well, when I'm saying the fun, because there's a
potential, invisible virus,
death, something can take you out, and it just make it seem uncomfortable. It's like I can't enjoy myself.
Yeah, and you got to breathe through a mask, and it just everything feels so uncomfortable.
I tried to enjoy myself, but I couldn't. It wasn't the company, it was just the way I was. I had this mask on the whole time, you know what I mean? So
you kept your mask on the whole time?
Outside, and we was outside. I kept it on outside.
Okay.
But here's the thing, just being paranoid, you know what I mean?
Well, and again, you have every right to.
It's not around, but just being paranoid. And then I just left so that I can come back home to take my mask off and relax. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I don't know.
Because we go to a park every year, my dad's side of the family, and I just, my allergies is kind of activated right now, and I'm like, I don't feel like packing up everything. Then, taking it out there. Then, like you say, you got to wear your mask, and I was like, that's a bit much this year.
Yeah.
Then you can't hug nobody, or then do you hug? And then if you don't, will people be offended? And it's like
it's too much. That's the same thing like going to the grocery store. You gotta put on all this stuff. You gotta make sure you stand away from people, and you gotta try to grab food while they grabbing food, and you gotta come home, you gotta wipe the stuff down. It's too much. It's too much.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
But
I was gonna say, relating it to our topic, I just think about these young folks, and I I know that there's probably some middle-aged and older people in the crowds as well, but you know, you look at TV and you look at these crowds of people not wearing masks, not know, concerned about 6 feet of distance. Even if, you know, at these monument sites, you know, and it's, I don't know, it's scary.
It most definitely is.
And we're going to play a video, not right now, but we're going to play the video and we're going to listen to what just happened in terms of, so you explain exactly what was going on.
I had a slight video inside of the docs that I thought Jazzy would.
So guys, listen, let's go to the video and we're going to talk about what we're looking at.
He said,
and guys, and we're looking for you to make comments. We welcome. We will try to get to them as soon as we can. But even if we can't, don't think we don't see the comments, because we definitely do, and maybe we'll at a later time or push like, or because we've seen it.
Most definitely.
Don't think we don't see you when you comment. Okay, so let's go ahead and go into the video and check it out.
Stopped an attack on a great monument, the monument of Andrew Jackson in Lafayette Park. And I just want to thank law enforcement. They did a great job. We were working very closely with the White House Secret Service and some of our executives. It was really, they did a great job. They stopped the call. Numerous people are in jail and going to jail today. We're looking at long-term sentences under the Act. We have a very specific Monuments Act, and we are looking at long-term jail sentences for these vandals and these hoodlums and these and agitators, and call them whatever you want. Some people don't like that language, but that's what they are. They're bad people. They don't love our country, and they're not taking down our monuments. I just want to make that clear. We'll have an executive order very shortly, and all it's really going to do is reinforce what's already there, but in a more uniform way. Okay? I want to also say this. If the state government, because you see them all over in Seattle, they're very weak. And in Minnesota, they might need help. If they need help,
let's go ahead and cut it right there.
I want to read this. All right, so real quick before we get into it, this is what he said. He said, not in this video, but in part of, he said, Trump tells African Americans to understand their history, or you will go back to it again.
Now, but that's not in this video.
No, it's not in this one, but it's on the same day.
Another article. Okay, so he said, understand your history, or
you will go back to it again.
Or you go back to it again.
So what do you guys think he meant by that?
I don't know what he meant, but I know what it is, and it is sheer racism, sheer white nationalism. He's a racist and he's a white nationalist. So that's what it is. For he mentioned like he's okay with Andrew Jackson, right? He mentioned Andrew Jackson, who signed a treaty that forcibly removed Indians from the land. Andrew Jackson. He was standing at Mount Rushmore, right? South Dakota, on the Sioux Nation's land that they took. I mean, they took the land, and they entered on their reservation yesterday at Mount Rushmore without even consulting with the Sioux Nation.
Right.
So, and then they went on Mount Rushmore on a rock of their ancestors and carved American faces on a religious and spiritual historical monument of the Sioux Nation. That's what it is. But someone else can jump in.
And then this is just playing devil's advocate, though. I mean, to strip away the, horrific history of America is to deny that which makes America America. So I actually, believe it or not, go back and forth with the removal of every single, because I think, because of the way things were back then, probably every single person that has been made into a monument, you could find some level of, I don't even know what to call it, being part of some, atrocity to Native Americans and Africans. And so I think, we do have to, I don't think we need to have them, as Trump says, so we don't, what did he say? We don't forget. But I do think that we can't, as painful as it is, erase all of it, because it too was a part of our struggle, and the fact that we had to overcome, or why Native Americans lead in most of things that limit life quality. They lead in suicide, they lead in alcoholism. There's a reason for that. And so even though some of these monuments bring us pain, if nothing else, they remind us of, how far we've come and why it's so important for us to never let the torch of justice and equality die out, because we don't want to go back to those dark ages where, white supremacy thinks that it's okay. So again, I do see like room for some of the statues to come down, but again, I don't know if every single person. That's what I don't know. And then I'll just throw this in. They talked about changing the name of Cass Tech. And Cass Tech is known in the city of Detroit as being very a very good school with quality education for years. But now it's come up like they want to change the name Cass because you look into his history and he was some type of bigot. Somebody, something, So I don't know. I think it's a slippery slope.
So
go ahead.
So when you become aware of it, because for example, as we become aware or woke at different parts in our existence. So just because those things have been there, and we're becoming more aware of the history of these monuments, buildings, and things of that nature. Let me flip it. In the African American Museum here in Detroit, right? If you go to the museum when it shows the history of the Middle Passage and everything, right? So the fact that the history of the pain that we experience as African Americans are pretty much inside of museums or not visible. Because they're not visible, does it erase the pain of the history? Because it sounds like we are correlating that if we don't if we don't take them down, or if we take them down, we'll be erasing somehow the pain of the history. And I don't have to visually see it for it to have existed, or for me not to deal with the pain of it happening. So I think it's very appropriate unless we're going to say now, okay, we can keep those statues up. So now let's begin to erect the other parts of history that depict the Indian struggle or other colors. Let's erect and let's have visuals of everything historically, and not just erase it. So either one or the other.
Yeah, I agree.
Right.
Well, see, here's the thing though, with this situation, I think it's a little bit more, it's a little stronger in terms of because of what it represents to dominant white men. You know, what it represents to them. It is not just, you know, what somebody like myself, Black, may see it on one end of, okay, yeah, you know, this remind me of you know, slavery. I mean, it reminded me of this, and you know, a master, you know, so yeah, this got to come down because what it represents. But now on the other twist of the coin, to the Black, to the white man, it represents a time of success in whatever that area, or depending on who the statue was about. You know what I mean? Oh, now this was World War II or whatever. And I remember you get what I mean? So it's not the fact. I don't think to them, they see slavery. They just see success of these great men and what they consider to be a great time. So my thing is that and then just like the flag, how it would be like some people would say, well, you know, the flag don't represent racism to me. It represents my granddaddy fighting. You know what I mean? It was something of pride to them. You know what I mean? That they had to hold on to. So Donald Trump.
So they're probably going to be taking the flag away in a minute.
Well, here's
because there's so much racist stuff behind the United States flag. Well, but no, yeah,
the other one, not the.
You talk about the Dixie flag.
Oh no, I'm just talking about even the United States flag. They might as well take that down if they're gonna take everything else down.
Well, no.
Well, and that's what I mean. Like if you
never showed a racist connotation for
the flag, United States of America.
No, not the federal flag, yeah, but not the regular flag.
Yeah, but the regular flag is America, and that was nothing but slave. That's where the slavery was done in America. I was just saying that's just a gesture I'm throwing. I said that we don't know. They might come after that next.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. It's a slippery slope, and I think, Tone, where you were going with it, I mean, I do agree, like, the narrative of the statues needs to change. So when you walk up and you read, you know, what they say about the statue, I absolutely 100% think that needs to be changed. They should not be highlighted as a hero, right, you know, but all people, just like Bill Cosby, for example, and this might be a stretch, but everybody loves Bill. You know, it's still hard for some people today to wrap their mind around the fact that Bill Cosby was a predator and, you know, committed, you know, many acts of sexual assault. They still want the wholesome family Bill Cosby that they grew up with. So all I'm saying in illustrating that point or bringing that point out is that, you know, given the context and the time, you know, those people did have their strengths. They did win that battle. They did conquer that.
Right.
I'm glad it paused her nonsense. You end up getting paused when you were talking, and I'm glad it did, because whatever you were saying, it make no damn sense.
It made perfect sense. Excuse me. What part pause? I said, I think the narrative of the statues need to be changed, you know, and maybe you know, maybe there should be a committee that's formed and they go through and they decide like which, but to erase everyone that they feel is connected to some type of, you know,
mistreatment of black people.
That is woven into the fabric of America.
Well, so, America got to. But I still think America do need to show some way that they're apologizing, you know, and if it does mean taking down some of them, then that's fine, you know, but at least.
Well, see, here's the thing. So and this is just to me, what happens is this, we always have to understand, even going back to reparations, when the different senators who would stand by and say, well, I'm not connected to that time, so yeah, I don't feel that we need to give that, but we have done this and we have done that. I think that's the same thing. What am I saying? I'm saying that you have to understand that white people or those that are in power don't want to apologize or show that they've done any wrong. So what happens is that the statues don't want to come down because to them, racism I mean, what happened in slavery was those people that did that.
Not
those
us.
were our ancestors, but we still honor what they did besides that. See, they still in denial. And when you take those statues down, is admitting to something that they didn't want to admit. These people represent an evil time. You know what I mean?
They do represent an evil time, but are you saying we erase that evil time? Like I like RW3 idea where, okay, everywhere there is a statue that's standing that has these figures, let's erect a statue of, you know what I'm saying, one of the marginalized groups or folks from the marginalized groups that was also a hero. Some of the Native American chiefs, you know what I mean? So let's push forward.
Listen,
go ahead.
It sounds like you're saying you're correlating, and I love what Tone said as well. I love the way you summed it up, was great. And the second thing is, you sound like you're correlating taking the statues down with erasing something. And let me throw this at you. If you were in a relationship and you lived with this individual, he cheated, dogged you out and everything, and there were things in your home to remind you of him, there's nobody I've talked to that told me they keep things around their home from a relationship where they was broken in to remind them, oh, it reminds me how hurtful it was for that person that was beating
that
was beating the hell out of me.
You haven't talked to enough people, because there are people out there that keep mementos to say, like, I have this piece of whatever. It may not be.
So they won't go back to it.
So they won't go. So that they're reminded of their strength. You know, people put the spin on the object or the item, and that's what I'm saying. We need to change the narrative of this.
But I'm saying, my question is, though, to you is, are you correlating? I'm asking you, if the monuments come down, would that erase the history?
Oh no.
I'm asking you that, Lovely T, because you keep saying coming down and erasing history. If it comes down, is it going to erase the history? Lovely T?
I don't know.
I mean, would you forget? If they take down Andrew Jackson, would you forget? If they change...
No, you're talking about me, but if you think about your kids, then probably.
Well, I think what it is, it becomes an act.
That's it.
It becomes an act, and what that means, that's not saying that that's a bad thing. Okay, so taking them down doesn't erase, but what it does do is it shows that, hey, listen, I'm standing to your sensitivity. I understand what you're saying, and you're right. Out of respect, I'm going to take it down, and maybe not erase, but you see that we're still standing with you to say, look, we don't want to disrespect you anymore. You know what I mean? So no, you won't erase it, but it does show
that you do respect.
And here's the thing to that. Here's the thing. It's in the wordplay. I don't want to disrespect you, and that's why we'll take it down. But I'm not taking it down because I do want to disrespect you. I do want to. And that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. To me, in essence, I do want to disrespect you, and I want this to be something that we can always be proud of. You know what I mean?
Right.
Our accomplishments, not just slavery, but everything else. You get what I mean?
Well, and I know we're specifically talking about the statues, and so that might be a easier object or target to say, okay, if we take it down, we're not going to forget it. But I associate it with, like I said, what's happening right in our hometown with Cass Tech. Like, how far? Like, all I'm saying is that I'm not saying that I wouldn't want some of those statues to come down either. But what I'm saying, like, I don't want to see a Confederate flag where I may go to socialize, but I'm saying it's a
I thought you
slippery
did.
slope. No, I'm just
you would be
saying
excited about that.
it's a slippery slope. It's a slippery slope. Where do you stop? Because if you go back far enough, every building, every freeway, every street that, if you look far enough, they will have, and it's a white man, they're going to have some association. Look at the God Bless America song that we sing. Now, we bringing that to the forefront because the guy has the verse in it that talks about slavery. Like, if we go back far enough, they're all going to have some type of association.
Right.
How far do we go?
Everything down. The whole United States down.
Right.
Exactly. So how far do we go?
The thing about it, you keep going as long as you can go. It didn't happen overnight to build all these monuments and visualizations of oppression, and but it's just not gonna happen overnight. So when we recognize it, let's get rid of it. That's how far you go.
Well, that's the great thing about America. Everybody has their opinion, because just like the folks at Cass Tech, it's not an easy sell, because people who that's their alma mater, they associate Cass Tech with a bunch of good memories, beautiful outcomes, successful outcomes. So now, because you've looked this person up or given relevance and credence and priority to this person's history and that part of that person that was associated with slavery or whatever it was, racism, now you want to change the name. There's a whole pocket of people that graduated from Cass Tech that don't want to see the school name change. I'm just saying, I think we need to, as a society, be able to look at things a little more critically. Like I say,
I think that's the problem, that they looking.
Yeah, critically. They are. They looking.
They are.
But see, here's the thing to that. Now, I agree with you. I agree. Here's the thing. Obviously, there's limitations. Obviously, there's got to be a time when we got to just say, okay, now we're just getting tired. We can't just say, well, what about? Because if that's the case, they're gonna go after Jesus now. Wait a minute, now Jesus white. He's black.
Let's tear that down.
We got to tear it down out of the Bible. No, I get it. But what happens is, obviously, you're gonna have to put together a process of how you put up or tear it down.
Yeah, right. Now that's
I agree.
That's
it. Have to be under some type of guidelines, maybe some type of laws that everybody looked at to go and say, okay, well, maybe this guy did this, but he did this, and this for the greater good. You know what I mean? Or so we can.
And you come with a vote.
Yeah, so I mean, there's ways around.
We just don't go act like you said.
But see, but I believe that they should be torn down because what they represent. But now I get it. You got to tear all America down now. But what
exactly
critical point, a critical point and position for Black people, because if that's who it hurts.
That's what it's showing.
Specifically, that's who it hurts. So in this thing, maybe we should take this down, because I know what it did to Black people and still doing today. So that, to me, I don't think that's a hard one to pull down.
Well, they need to tear the system down while they doing that.
Well,
all the systems.
But what I'm saying is
credit.
That you should do. That's a step to say, hey, listen, we hear you. Let's take them down. Let's take them down, fellas. You know what I mean?
Well, maybe we put them in museums like RW3 suggests, but I do think that.
Now, that's a good idea.
They are a part of our history. And again, like when you step up to it and you read who this person is, that's to me that's the narrative. You know what I mean? That's the part that either highlights this person as a hero or highlights this person as
the villain.
He did this, he did that, he played an integral part in this and this happening. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I mean by we have to be a little more critical, because I just don't think that I don't think we would have America without all of the, you know what I'm saying?
There we go with that again. you're going to have, without those monuments up, it's still going to be America. So maybe you've seen it. Have you seen any monuments or statues? Because you said it's what you read. But the fact that a monument is erected, have you ever seen a monument erected where the language was derogatory or dog somebody out with an erected monument? Lovely T? Your personal experience.
Yeah, I'll have to think about that because I mean, you have everything from homes and houses.
I said, no. You specifically, have you read a monument, on the inscription that was erected that person was, it was derogatory, they dogged them out in the inscription? Have you personally? The answer is no. Since the answer is no, then the answer is no.
It is what I
no,
said.
You didn't. So what I'm saying is, you keep talking about the inscription.
Yeah.
You can see something erected, and it automatically provides reverence without even reading it.
Mm-hmm.
Without even reading it, you keep saying, "Oh, what's on the inscription?" No, it shouldn't even be erected. We shouldn't even see it.
But let's read one of the comments that were.
Do you guys see any of the? I don't know if they popped up or not, but
Karen said no. I don't know.
No.
She's probably talking no to Lovely T, talking crazy.
Whatever.
Thanks, Karen, for saying no to Lovely T, talking crazy.
What do you think?
He said,
I just think. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Read his comment.
Oh no, just a quick comment. He said, we have a watcher that says, I don't know what's that name. It don't matter. I'm tripping on him saying, or things go back the way they used to be. So that's the part that people upset about, saying, what does that mean?
Okay, so here's the thing, though, guys. I've always thrown this out from the beginning. Like,
well, he's an idiot.
But see, here's the thing to that idiot. Here's the thing. Do you really believe? Maybe y'all will, but do you really believe that this is coming out this man's mouth?
Mm-hmm.
Do you really believe? Think about it.
He is appealing.
I mean, look how obvious. Look how obvious that seems to be a racist. I mean, look how obvious that is. I'm just laying it out. And yeah, you guys go back to the way it used to be. I just don't believe. I really do. I believe that this is all staged. Call me a fool, because I just don't believe that people are just that. I don't know the word. Where they just do these things carelessly, and they just and they know they're running for a presidency seat. They know they still running, and they still just carelessly throwing these. I just don't believe that.
Because he's building up his base. The base that got him in office. That Oklahoma, Middle America, poor white.
Well, here's
feel like they haven't been heard.
But let me ask you this: is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Well, see, this is the thing, like you kind of mentioned earlier, Tom. Some people, you said, look at the monuments, look at the history as a good thing, right? You said that.
Yeah.
So my thing is, for him, it's a good thing. I want to tap into our history where we enslaved folk, where we were the dominant culture. I think there's enough of them still exists that I can tap into that racist vein, and I can get reelected. He believes they're still there. And I believe he also believes that people will publicly say one thing, but go to the polls and vote differently.
Yeah.
I think he believes that.
Okay. So now let me ask you this. In doing that, does that make you a racist?
And appealing to his audience?
Yeah, period. I'm talking about him, period. Him, does that make him a racist?
Well, with him, I think it reinforces all the issues he was doing with the housing when he went to court, and low-income housing with Black people. There's some other things historically he's done before he came to president. So I think he's verbalizing, reinforcing what he's done historically in his life. So this alone doesn't make him a racist. No, I don't think so. Alone, I just reinforces his actions over the years of whom he already is. That's what I believe.
Well, I mean, my thing is this. This is the thing that I still go back on. How do you let 8,000 Black people release from prison if you're racist? That's a place to keep them. I mean,
but he has a strategy. I mean,
he don't even have to let these people go.
Like, you having him to make moves that are strategic to him getting reelected. So,
but let him out of prison. I could just
we're doing something good. Yeah, because people are looking. A lot of Black people, their families are in prison, so that's a way to target a Black vote, I guess. I mean,
absolutely.
But he put this in law. Mm-hmm. He didn't have to do it. I mean, where he took away the 3 strikes.
But does racist make you not racist because you do something good? I mean, like somebody could do something good, but they can still be racist. They can still come over and bring you gift for Christmas. They can come over and do,
not a real racist. They won't.
No, that's not true, Tom.
Not a real racist. Mm-hmm. Real racists hate you.
Yeah,
they're not doing nothing for you. If they doing anything, is to destroy you. They hate your guts.
I don't know if they hate you. They just think that they're superior.
It was a race. And I think who killed George Floyd?
Police officer.
A white police officer who we kind of learned had.
Was he white or racist?
I'm not saying white. I'm saying a racist. A racist man killed George Floyd. Killed him.
I think that's too narrow. Like when you say that, like every racist hates somebody, I immediately
I don't think that.
Think of the sub truck. You know what I'm saying? Like that's Negro come over. You know what I mean? Like that kind of a person. But you have those who are in suits who do business with people of color all day long, but they don't hate them. They do think that they're superior to them. There's a difference. I don't have to hate you to think that I'm better than you.
I don't know about that. My thing is that I guess from what we're saying, I guess I'm saying is that him feeding to his racist audience, does that make him a racist because he's feeding to those people? You know what I mean? Does that make, or is he trying to get elected, and he's doing whatever he got to do
to get those votes,
to get elected, to keep these people in here?
So why he didn't let them out a year ago or 2 years ago? You know how long he's been in there? A few years now. Why he ain't let these 8,000 people out like a year and a half ago? Why now?
Yeah, I mean, I think his move was strategic.
Yes.
Oh, he been did it. Oh, he did. Okay.
Yeah, he's been did it. He's
done it.
He didn't have to do that.
Right.
And here's the thing. I'm running in my last office where I can pretty much do whatever I want to do. And it don't matter. You get what I mean? I don't even care what you say. I only got 8 years in here anyway. You know what I mean? So I guess all I'm saying is in terms of
to get there, but he's working towards that second term.
Right. Mm-hmm. Well, that's what I'm saying. He's working towards it. I guess my point is that appealing to his audience is something that he should do. Now, if that's what got me into the White House the first time, which it probably didn't, because I thought he lost the popular vote. And Hillary Clinton actually won the popular vote, but he still got into the House. So we really don't know. There's a lot of people who liked it anyway. You know what I mean? Because he didn't win the popular vote. But I guess all I'm saying is this. Obviously they should come down. Now I think to the point where Lovely T said they should be put into
like museums.
That'll be fine. So now those people who care enough
want to go,
they can go see it behind closed doors. So, and it shouldn't be put out. So I think that, that's something that I will agree to.
Yeah, I have seen, not to jump off the subject, I've seen this video of a statue. Is it the Liberty statue of Liberty? And so when the person ran up to it to try to tear it down, it came alive and started beating the people. I don't know. It just made, I seen a video on that a couple minutes, like earlier today. And it's like it turned into a live person with the things in their hand, started banging them with it. Like, it was just funny. But yeah.
No. So now here's the thing, right? We talked about the Kanye West, and we talked about him. Would you vote for him for president? Would you put him in office? And I think that we said, I think RW3 said that he absolutely wouldn't put him in office. And I said, I mean, I would put him in office. And what would you do, Lovely T?
Look at my face.
Huh?
Would you put him in
office? Oh my goodness.
So you saying absolutely not?
Absolutely, positively. Kanye couldn't even deal with the stress of being overweight, let alone the stress that comes. I mean, come on. No. And it has nothing to do with color. It don't even have nothing to do with age. I just don't think Kanye, to me, Barack has set a standard. I don't care who you are or what background you come from. And I don't mean Barack in all of his policy making.
It's his team.
Someone of that someone who who is educated, who is diplomatic, who is
we get it.
Yeah, we get.
Oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like Kanye, no, he cracked under the pressure. Like I said, he cracked under pressure when everybody was telling him he gained a little weight. So what you gonna do when you got
the
oh my God. No way. No way.
He made the statement. He made the statement. His ignorance is so profound. He made the statement talking about we chose to be slaves.
Who said that? Kanye?
Yeah.
Get it. You think I'm gonna jump back to the same boat I was on. I don't believe. I think that was something too. I think it was something in that. I can't put my hand on it, but I don't believe. I think that was
purposely done.
No. Kanye has been doing this for too long. You know what I'm saying? Like, how long can somebody really keep up an act? He's been doing this for way too long.
Yeah, this whole world's an act.
This act been going on since mankind.
Right.
It hasn't dropped. It's just we don't believe. We have a hard time believing that it's actually actors in this world.
I don't want an actor in office.
It's some actors.
An actor? I thought Donald Trump was an actor.
I believe it. No, I just believe some people. Well, I do believe some people are acting. I just believe some people are ignorant and stupid.
Yeah.
45 and Kanye. That's what I think. I don't think they're acting.
But listen,
I think they're just who they are.
But you're talking about Kanye West is a very intelligent older guy. He's an intelligent guy, very intelligent. Made a lot of money in being intelligent.
He's a billionaire.
Made a lot of money. So my thing is, how can you connect that type of insight to how you run your life, the money that you've made, knowing how to put out music, which is not easy to do. At the same time, you can make a statement like that.
But the political, the president of the United States, like that is
on to do it.
Right.
You know what, Tom? That's how you can do it. That's how you can do it, right? Let's just use media. I I can make a statement. I'm gonna figure out the most stupid thing I can make.
But that's
I probably can say, you know what? I can shoot a video, like the one we did at One Can Change the World. I can shoot that video and edit it in 45 minutes, right? That would be stupid as hell for me to say, right? But I'm ignorant in media, but I can be smart at something else. So I'm smart at, so he's smart at production, making music, but he's ignoramus in politics and some form of history. So you can be like the statement I made about media tone, that would have been stupid, but I'm not a stupid man. That would have been an ignorant statement for me to make.
But here's the thing, I agree with you. But here's the thing to that. See, okay, we're talking about something that's personal to people.
Right.
This is a statement that's personal. It's something that everybody know who are Black what happened. Even if they don't know everything, but they know enough, to know that you get it from what he made the statement. So I'm saying I can see if it was something that was just his logic. This is how he feels. Oh, I get it. I mean, but we're talking about something that everybody knows what happened.
What are you referring to? I'm sorry.
So my thing is that we still drunk the Kool-Aid. This man is an actor, just like all the rest of them are actors. They playing a role. Now this same guy gonna say he'll run for president. So let's not lose focus. Here we go. Why not vote for Kanye? You have Donald Trump in office.
So what do you have a choice between Donald Trump and Kanye West?
Oh, you got three. You got Donald Trump, Joe Biden, and Kanye West. So my thing is this. I think that he's Republican. Kanye West might be Republican. So I believe he may be Republican. So that means that it will be between Joe Biden and Kanye West.
I'd rather put T.I. in the office before I put Kanye West, because what has Kanye done before announcing his candidacy? Giving him the benefit of the doubt. What track record? What grassroots effort has he done in his community?
Grassroots efforts. I've seen somebody has to pull them up.
Well, I could tell you one that he didn't do. I could tell you one that he haven't done that all the rest of them have. He haven't pulled out his penile and jammed it up in the Black Americans' boot tag.
What?
You see what I mean? So that's what he haven't done. That all the rest of them, like Joe Biden, Donald Trump, and the rest of them. So I can tell you he hasn't done that.
And I dare to say that America has produced more qualified candidates. RW3 kind of reminds me of the situation you were just going through, where someone is saying, well, this is your choice. Well, no, I believe that there's enough talent out there that someone else can step up to the plate that's more qualified.
That's obviously, but listen to what I'm saying.
But these are all the foundations. It look like over 20 of them. I have a list of, I ain't gonna name them, but these are all the charities and foundations that he support. And it's like a whole list of them.
But what I'm saying is
anybody can give money who got money. But that's not to discredit him.
What I'm saying is, you mean to tell me that if your choices was Donald Trump, Joe Biden, and Kanye West, you would choose Joe Biden?
Absolutely.
Wow.
So what if it be Donald Trump and Kanye West, and that's it?
Kanye West.
What you say, Lovely T?
But hold on.
I wouldn't know. That would be the one time. As much as I'm an avid, you must vote. Your voice counts. That'd be one election. I would sit out.
No. Oh, but if you had a choice to pick between them two,
Kanye or Trump, pick one, Lovely T.
I keep going in and out, guys, because I'm answering your question, but I guess I freeze.
We want you to pick one.
No.
I mean, for the sake of this discussion. For the sake of this discussion.
I can't.
Okay.
Okay, so but see, my thing is this. This is what I don't understand. If I guarantee you, if I wish these were white people who were sitting here to see what they say the same thing. You know what I mean? I guarantee you they're going to vote for their own person.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
See,
Most
that
definitely.
shows you what I'm
Right.
saying is that this what mindset or what have Joe Biden done the last time he was in office that helped black people out? When he was in office and he could have made a difference. What difference did he do? What did he change that actually helped black people? And what I'm saying is, when you think about that, and then if you want to look at history, you go back to Joe Biden's past and see some I don't know. I don't want to say racist statements that he's made, but he's made statements that show that do he really get it? So now here's this man who have a history of saying racist, making racist remarks, who have a history of being in the White House, and I really don't know what he did to make a difference. And matter of fact, Joe Biden said on the low, you really ever really heard anything about Joe Biden and his wife. You know, if you really, I heard of some scandals, of him making money, but I never really heard of anything that was, oh wow, that's positive of Joe Biden. I mean,
well, really. But even if so here's the thing about, and
they only
I don't know how far we're gonna go into politics, but I would say, and even if it's an act, convey empathy. When a people is, down, oppressed, experiencing crisis, when a candidate has somewhat of experience, knows what a bill and how Congress and how international trade and all of these things kind of work together. Well, whether or not I believe their politics or not, or agree with every decision, just those two things alone, the fact that he is able, or at least even if it's an act, put on the perception that he is able to understand how his people are feeling, and two, have some level of experience in it, so that when he comes into office, there's some knowledge and experience. If he did make mistakes in the past or bad decisions in the past, at least he was in a position to make those decisions so that he can learn from them and make better ones in this position. Those are two qualities that either of those other two don't have, in my opinion.
Well, so my thing is, I'm just saying that I don't understand why he would be so of a disgrace to be president than the two who already are, and they're no different than in terms of capabilities or recognition. I mean, they're both, Donald Trump and Joe Biden they're the lesser of the two evils. That's what's going on in there. So right. I'm saying, like, I don't know how Kanye West would be any different to vote, but here's the difference that I would see. You have a better chance of him being on your side and looking at your issues than the other two. So, and to me, that's better than them both, because I know he would at least look at what I need, and him being black can sympathize what my needs are, but at the same time, being around white people, that he can say that, but I know that white people aren't all bad. See what I mean? So he can play on both of the fields. So to me, that's a winner and into comparison of the two who already are there, who I know don't have my interests at hand. I know
Kanye is too unstable. He's too unstable.
All unstable. Donald Trump. Everybody say this man is unstable. Look, they put Joe Biden and say this man would say words in his campaign and he will forget what he say. They all unstable. I mean, I don't know. And then here it go. You make it seem as though he make the decisions by himself, and that's not true. So here it go. All this man needs, if anybody understand the president's seat, is a great team. And and here's the thing: I'm gonna underscore this. See, just the mindset of what you guys said, because that's terrible. Because you're under the illusion or the understanding that this man is going to run the country on his own. And he's
no, I gotta stop you right there.
No one said no.
Let me say this though, and he don't have enough wisdom.
I gotta stop you right, Trump.
Hold on. He don't have enough wisdom to put together a team that will help him, or he don't even have the mindset to say, I'm going to put together a team because I know I don't understand it, but the fact that I'm in this White House, I can make a difference with my people. See, so I don't understand what will be the issue of him not being in the White House.
But this is why, because I'm glad you brought that up. I absolutely agree. I don't think he has the mental wherewithal and the wisdom to know what he doesn't know and to put together a team. Just as 45 right now, he's a living example of not having the wherewithal and the common sense to know to put together a team.
That's right.
I know more than the generals. He's never been he's never been in the military. I know more than the scientists. I can put bleach in my body. I know more than the scientists about global warming. I know more than he's constantly saying he's more aware and more knowledgeable than everybody who are experts in this. So I see Kanye West in the same vein. He doesn't have the mental capacity to be able to realize and to pick a good team.
That's terrible that you would think that way. That's terrible. See, that's still talking.
Is this our second topic?
But you're still talking about his intellect. You're saying that you're saying that you're saying something that happened. I just took off my train of thought. Yeah. Okay, so I might have to go.
I'm saying when you're a narcissist, you can't do it. Kanye and 45 are narcissists, and they don't have the ability to do it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and that's my thing. I'm saying that I believe that he have enough intellect. He can put together a great team like anybody else is capable of doing. And I believe that he can sympathize because he understands both sides. He understands living around white people. He understands because he is Black. So that's what I'm saying, that he have more leverage in that area to me, and putting together a great team that everybody knows this is his team. This is who he putting together. I believe he can do more for Black people than any other two. And I believe that he will do better than any other two. So I just believe it just got to be thought out. You know what I mean? It just got to be thought out. But that's how I look at it.
Yeah.
You know, he's going to be more for Black people than both of them. You know, we already seen Donald Trump, and you already know what old boy Joe Biden, you already know what he's done. You've seen his track record. Oh, what? He don't have one. You see what I mean? So to me, they all on an even playing field. You know what I mean? Hey guys, I'm gonna have to cut this pie. It's something had a twist in it. I gotta attend to it. It's an emergency situation, so I have to cut this pie, and guys, so I'll get back with you guys too. But I gotta definitely take care of this. So we'll talk to you guys on the next pod.
All right.
All right. Peace.
Peace out.
Okay. All right.